My aunt was about 37 years old, but she looked like a 21-year-old virgin girl. Whenever I saw my aunt's modern dressing, I was often amazed. One day, when I woke up at midnight, I heard sobbing sounds coming from my aunt's room. I panicked and ran towards the room. When I peered through the door hole, I saw my aunt in bed with another man, busy doing things she shouldn't have been doing. When my aunt saw me, she became embarrassed and began to plead, asking me not to tell anyone. But seeing her state and beauty, I couldn't control myself and decided to take advantage of the situation to cool down my surging emotions. First, I threw that man out of the house, and then I spent the whole night with my aunt, full of excitement. I often went to deliver supplies to my aunt's house. Uncle used to go out for work for a week or a week and a half at first, but this time he called me and said, "Son, I'm going to Saudi for 3 months. Our company has received a new contract, and I have to go there. But I can't leave my young wife and daughter alone for such a long time. Besides, you are my daughter's fiancé, so I want you to shift to my house for a few days to take care of my wife and daughter and protect them, so I don't have any tension from behind. My daughter is at university all day and only returns in the evening. In such a situation, what will your aunt do if she needs anything?" Before, when I used to go for a few days, I wasn't worried as you managed everything. But this time, I am going for 3 months, which is a long time. I don't think it's appropriate to leave a young wife and daughter home alone for that long. Uncle looked quite worried. Seeing Uncle's worry, I said, "Uncle, don't worry at all. I'll handle everything. Your dignity is my dignity." I said this from my heart because Uncle had done a lot for me. After the death of my parents, he was everything for me. But I didn't know that after spending the festive nights at Uncle's house, I would trample over his kindness and start playing with his dignity. While Uncle was present, I moved my belongings to his house, although my aunt had said that she could manage on her own. But Uncle didn't agree and then left me at his house for 3 months. After he left on the first night, I thought I would spend time with my fiancée, talk a lot with her so we could understand each other better, and that I would inform her about my situation. But I noticed that she was very busy with her studies and didn't pay me much attention. I had a habit of sleeping late at night, so I quietly started wandering around the whole house. Uncle's house was very big, and it had 2 portions. While roaming, I reached the upper portion, which usually remained locked. But I was astonished to see that the light was on in one of the rooms in the upper portion. As I got closer to that room, the scene inside became visible to me near the door. My aunt was wearing a red nightgown and was getting fully ready. She looked no less than a queen of beauty. For the first time, I saw my aunt in such a state, but I was realizing now that my aunt was a young woman. She looked even younger and more beautiful than her daughter. As I looked from head to toe at my aunt, my heart started racing. But the next sight blew my senses away because my aunt was in the arms of someone else, expressing love with another man. That person had pushed my aunt down onto the bed in a specific position. That sight seemed to take the ground out from under my feet. I couldn't believe that my aunt could be with another man behind Uncle's back like this. I quietly recorded that entire mesmerizing scene on my phone, and when my aunt came out of that room,